Hey everybody, and welcome back at RNBHomestead. Today we're going to be planting gooseberries. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also make sure you hit the bell so you're notified every time that I post a video. Also make sure you give us those thumbs up and share our videos. So with no further delay, let's get into the video. So welcome back everybody. Today, as I told you, we're going to be doing gooseberries. So I got here my little container to water in. I got my pot right here. I got some soil over here on the side, my fertilizer, and of course I got my tag so I can tag this, and my shovel so I can dig the dirt in here. So let's get, planting these trees and these bushes are fairly, I don't want to use this word, but for lack of better terminology, simple. Once you have a routine down. So with my gooseberries, my soil mix is 1/3 peat moss, 1/3 topsoil, 1/3 black cow, and of course I'm going to add about 4 teaspoons of the hollytone once I fertilize, but I'm going to water it in first. So let's look at this beautiful gooseberry plant and take it out its package. So this gooseberry plant, gooseberries grow about 3 to 4 feet tall, and if you're going to plant these outside, you want to make sure that you plant them about 5 feet apart. Now gooseberries, like most berries and fruits, they like warm weather. So my last frost date is not to April 15th, so I'm of course putting them in a container, and I'm going to put them inside. As you can see behind me, I have my 2 blueberry, a raspberry, and my kiwi behind me. And of course we're going to get some more things going on. My potatoes, my garlic, my sweet potatoes, and coming up strawberries, and a whole host of herbs and other things that we're going to get out there and put on these shelves so you can follow me. Now, the gooseberry itself, you usually can plant this outside once the soil temperature has reached about 50 degrees. And usually most people plant these outside within 4 to 6 weeks after their last frost date. So technically I would put this outside about May 15th. But I'm planting this inside to start and give it a fresh beginning, knowing that I can also make sure that the soil and the fertilizer that I'm giving it is A1 and that it will survive. Also, these plants do well. You can put them in shade, but they also like the sunlight. We're talking about 4 hours of sunlight for these. But again, they're plants. Some plants might be kind of picky and say, hey Robin, I know I'm only supposed to have 4, but I like 8 please. So you just have to be careful and make sure that your plants are getting enough sunlight, they have enough water and fertilizer. So let's go ahead and take this out of this little bag. As you can see, we have some little small roots already. Now, of course, you know I have my own soil. Oh, come on, give me my roots. Look at those roots. Beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and plant this. I'm gonna put this to the side because, as you guys know, I have my own soil that I use. I'm gonna put this over here if it's gonna behave itself, and I done got dirt all over the place, but that's okay. This is gardening. So let me put my gloves on because just got the nails done. Like the color? Great. You know, I did it with the seafoam type of green to commemorate, you know, the gardening. So we have our little plant here, and we want to make sure that we plant the roots inside, but we want to plant, we're going to put the soil up to about this point right here. So you want to basically, I filled this up already halfway because I've done this before, but you want to make sure you center your plant. And then, okay, we're going to center the plant here. And then we're going to fill fill this pot up with remaining soil till about right to this point. And basically, then I'm going to water it in, and then we're going to put our berry tone in here. So let's go ahead and fill these up. Now, if you're not familiar with gooseberries, I would say Google them. I actually had gooseberries the first time when I was down in Florida. I lived in Florida for about 4 years, and I really enjoyed the different types of fruits that you can get down there. So the gooseberries, the kumquats, of course your kiwi, your mango, your pineapple. So I decided when I figured out I was in grow zone 7A and that I was able to plant these gooseberries and actually get some, I decided to go ahead and get me some gooseberries to plant. Okay, so we went ahead and we centered this. We got this in here. Take this off. Go ahead. Now, I like this. I got this from, I was actually watching Homestead Heart, which I follow, and she actually had this wonderful pump, and it's very good when you're doing seedlings, but it's also when you're doing container gardening where you can control the water. It actually, I can turn this and it does a spray mist if I want to mist the leaves, but it also has a spout that allowed me to go ahead, as you can see, and water in the plant. Now I'm doing this above because this the plant already has roots and everything. But when you see me water in my seedlings, you'll see that I'll water in from the bottom. So let's make sure we give it enough soil. Now mind you, I'm not drenching it in soil and water because again, this was already the soil itself. Remember, I take my soil and I pour hot water over it to kill any gnats, larvae, and then let it sit for about 24 hours. Okay. Now, we're going to get our berry tone. And I know, I think in a couple of videos that I used this berry tone, I might have said tablespoons, but that's not right. Don't over fertilize to kill your plants. That's why I always say read bag, because I misspoke and I didn't mean tablespoons, I meant teaspoons. And you do 1 teaspoon for every 3 inches for the pot. So this one is 12 in diameter, so I'm gonna do 4. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You have planted your gooseberry plant. So remember to make sure that you fertilize. I will water my plant about once a week, but I will check the soil. I check my soil 2 ways. Either you take your finger and you push it down to about 3 inches, and if the soil is dry, you know that your plant is thirsty. If it's still moist, then you know you do not need to water. Or you can get a little handy gauge from Walmart for $5 or Home Depot or wherever, and you put it in the soil, and it will tell you the pH of the soil in case you need to fertilize, and it will also tell you how much water is in that plant and whether you need to put some more water in there. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that every time I post a video, you're notified. Leave me some comments and let me know what you'd like to see me grow. Make sure to give us that thumbs up and share this video. Until next time, see you later.